Today's Tuesday, it's the 8th of July, it's 2025.
And it's happy wedding anniversary to Laura and Nick.
Yeah, and we're still in Guernsey, and we're just on our way out. We're just actually starting outside St James's. This is St James's, lovely church, but it's no longer a church. In fact, it hasn't been a church for quite a while. It's now a concert hall. And our first night here, we went to a concert there, which was absolutely amazing. But we're going yeah, I'll put a video up later. We're going for a little walk now, and just want to show you a lovely building just across the road from where we're standing. And this is the school that's just across the road from the hotel where we're staying. This is the Elizabeth College, lovely looking building. And I think years ago, it's somewhere I always thought I wanted to come and teach. Never happened. We went to Mallorca instead. So yeah, so that's the concert hall. And they have regular concerts in there, and making good use of a building which apparently was threatened with demolition. It would have been a shame to have lost such a building, but it's now a thriving concert hall. Been a concert hall for some 40 years or so. Just have to get our way out of the cars, and it continues to be very breezy. Just walking up a very busy road. This is like one of the main arteries that takes you out of St Peter Port. It's called the Grange, and all of this on this side.
Well, they're still at school. They were yesterday, weren't they?
I think, well, they may have finished now, I'm not sure.
Sunflowers there.
We were told actually by one of the locals here that school was left a small fortune when a local solicitor passed away. He didn't have any children, but wanted to donate the money to the school, so they've actually purchased some land and some buildings beyond. So we could carry on up there, but they'd take us out of town. We're going around the back of town just to show you some of the buildings that are around. Sort of in the back streets of Upper St Peter Port. And here's a lovely building from 1899. This is a Baptist chapel. Parking is a premium everywhere, I think. Certainly in St Peter Port.
Everywhere in the world, he says, isn't it?
Some places where you simply can't park. Other places have parking restrictions, so you're only allowed to stay there for an hour or two. And others is just private parking. But there are no parking meters, and there's no charge for parking anywhere. You have to display a clock in the window of your car, which just tells whoever it is who's inspecting how long you've been there. We'll see, I don't think I've ever seen any traffic wardens. There's a puffin down there.
There's toys in the window.
Some buildings are under renovation. Here we are in a disc zone, so you're only allowed to park for 2 hours. And you've got to move your car, and you can't come back within 30 minutes. This is a Quaker meeting room.
Hardly over now.
Sorry?
Clouding over now.
Yeah, we are getting a few clouds. I believe there's been some rain in Mallorca. Heavy rain. Our weather here should have settled a little bit and gradually improve as the days go by. Just get little views of the harbour down there. We're still fairly high up. And this is Salvation Army and the steps that go down. Very typical sort of house here. Lots of houses, the big houses anyway, have 5 windows across the top. You'll see that a lot here in Guernsey. It says footpath closed, so I guess we're not going down that way. Doing some work. A residential home, this one. Home of Edith Renouf, MBE, founder of the home.
Yeah, I've already done those, yeah. It goes up about 7 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well done.
What's that?
Does it reach right up to the top? It's
Wow.
up to 70 feet.
Right. Let's just check I can go along here. It says no entry, but we're on foot.
Yesterday.
We went to Summery Park yesterday, where they'd got this folk festival on and lots of things happening. It was really interesting, really fun. And got us to see a little bit of the island. I think we can go down here now. Some more modern buildings here. I've just been looking at some photographs that I've got from when we came here in the 1970s and early 80s. And the actual aspect of St. Peter Port hasn't changed too much. There's a ship coming in. I wonder if that's one of the Condor ferries. It's bouncing around on the sea out there, so it's still quite rough. I'm not sure I'm going the right direction actually.
Pardon?
Just have a look. No, we're not going in the right direction. This is not leading us anywhere. I'm just going to have a look at this. There is a plaque on the wall here though. That was given to the States of Guernsey in 1985. That's a primary school down there. And it's a car park for visitors. But a lovely view of the islands over there and of Castle Cornet. We need to go back and round though. So we ended up walking down some little back street because the path we wanted to go down was closed to pedestrians. They were doing some work down there, so a little detour, but here's one for sale. And you might think that'd be nice to have. Unfortunately, most of us, we can't buy most of the property here on the island. They have what they refer to as the local market and the open market. And as an outsider, we can only buy on the open market. And the open market houses tend to be much more expensive.
Well, they're the same houses, just more expensive, or different houses.
Most of them tend to be the bigger houses, but local houses can be big. But we've come down this road before.
I walked this way before, this is true. This is one mentioned in Victor Hugo's book.
It's quite a big church for a Pentecostal type church.
Dolphin here, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can only buy on the open market unless you're a local. And a local means you were born on the island, or you've been a resident on the island for a very, very long time, or you've been a resident on the island, I think, and put in a sought-after job, a job that needs to. And so I always thought we could come here as teachers, and that way resident status would be granted much sooner, but it was still going to take 10 or 15 years, all that time ago. So it never happened. We went to Mallorca. We're heading downhill now, which is heading towards the town. Everyone refers to St. Peter Port just as town, or the town. And it is on a hill, so once you get away from the seaside, it's very hilly. I'm not sure about so when we came, before we actually came up that road, so just to find somewhere different, and I've seen another blue plaque. We can go down this road. Blue plaque's on this side, and this is a one-way street now. It's one way down, so things could be coming behind us, so just get out of the way. Beware the Willows, the home for the bizarre or frightening, or maybe just the insane. So I'm not sure what that's all about.
It's very nice to walk.
No, it's all the pavements here, the sidewalks, it's sort of a cobbled stone. And they're all a little bit uneven. And there in front they've been made into a wall. And I'm just going to keep on heading down, getting to the main parts of the town.
Passion flower, the first I've seen.
Oh yeah, passion flower. Hanging walls garden. So another memory of being in Guernsey years ago was walking into St. Sampson's and seeing hedges made from passion flowers, and they were always such an impressive flower. And well, it must have been August time, that's when we used to come. There'd be fruit as well, and we now have a hedge of passion flower in Majorca, and the flowers are so spectacular.
Oh, is this a laundrette?
Yeah, laundrette. These zigzags on here, these are called filter turns, and you just take it in turns. Seems to work. Yeah. So I think if we'd have been able to go the route we were supposed to go, we'd have been coming down one of these little side alleys. Up there is a French Catholic church. Very much a mixture of English and French.
Sometimes French is written first, isn't it?
And as we've walked through the streets, we've heard quite a few people speaking French. And one or two other languages as well, and other English accents, including Americans. It's a lovely street where we saw the artwork. Car number plates are quite distinct here as well. They're just numbers. Guernsey cars only have numbers, there's no letters to them.
You've been here before, haven't
No, we've not walked past here. I've been looking, as we've been wandering around, I've been looking for a particular pub that we used to go to. I found it. Also found guitar shop. Yes, I think I found it. There's another church there. Nice little triangle here called Trinity Square, and some pictures just to show where we are. Here's one of the blue post office boxes, but this one, interestingly, is a very old one. This is a VR Victoria. So from the Victorian era, it's over 100 years old. And the Britannia across the road, I'm sure that's a place I used to go to, or we used to go to many years ago. We've just got to cross over here, because that's where it says Maison Victor Hugo. Now they've said that there's no vacancies for visits today, so we're just going to have an investigation, to have a look to see where it is, and maybe on another occasion we'll be able to have a visit there. No more climbing. What we should have done is booked many weeks in advance, I think, to go to Victor Hugo's house. And you have to choose a time. And language, it's a guided tour, and so you have to have it in whatever language you want, which is pretty much either French or English.
The man we spoke to yesterday said they're opening a new museum for him, aren't they, on the front?
Yeah, at a cost of several £million, and he was a bit concerned that it's the taxpayers.
15 years.
Taxpayer who's got to pay for this museum. How is it going to be funding? I don't think it'll be quite a tourist attraction, especially with the success of Les Miserables.
And the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, yeah.
Now I've just started to read Toilers of the Sea, which is set here in Guernsey, which is a bit of a toil at the moment. But I will try and persevere.
Car coming up. The roads are very, very narrow, and so car drivers do tend to drive on the pavement. More grand mansions up here. These typical 5-windowed affairs. This one, 4 stories. Of green plaques.
Did you say green?
Green, I said green. Why did I say green? That colour blindness setting in again. Blue plaques, sorry. And this
What's allowed to go to it?
this one up here, further up.
Another one.
More cars coming up.
Pardon?
More vehicles coming up. Again, just glimpses down there where we were yesterday by the swimming pools. I have actually pictures from the 1970s of the swimming pools as well, which in those days had diving boards.
There's no diving on them now. Good exercise in the morning, darling.
Oh, it is good exercise. So
Adam's house, isn't it?
this is the house where Victor Hugo lived for 15 years and where he wrote his stories, or wrote his books. It's called Hauteville House. So we managed to make an appointment. So we didn't think we were going to be able to get in, but we've got an appointment for 11:30, which is about 40-50 minutes. But the lady said you can actually go for nothing into the garden, which is this way, and then come back 15 minutes before our appointment. It is a guided tour, so hopefully we'll find out and walk through here into the garden. There's a good map to show you. This is Guernsey, smaller island of Herm, and then Sark, and then the bigger island of Jersey down here.
What's all those red things?
I don't know. No key. And up in the north, there's Albany.
It's a long way away, isn't it, Albany?
Yeah. There's another little island here, Brecca, which is owned by the Barclay brothers, or I think there's only one of them left now.
And the man we spoke to yesterday.
They are multi-billion people. Yeah, so the Barclay brothers own the island, and the couple we were speaking to yesterday used to work there.
Toilet here, I'm going to the toilet.
Looks like there's lots of other people here coming to enjoy a visit to the gardens. I can look back at the house up there.
Quite a mansion, isn't it?
I'm imagining it's exactly the same as when we used to, I came. I'm not sure Anita's been, you may have done. It's a lovely garden to have there. Anita's going to enjoy the flowers. The agapanthus has not done as well this year. I must say I don't remember the garden at all. It's a shame not to come here because it gives you these wonderful views. There's Castle Cornet, Herm and Sark. Beautiful flowers here. It's a little path as well. They are enormous thistles. Beautiful, beautiful. See if I can get a photo of one of these thistles.
Big tree here.
So just look at those thistles there, and they are spectacular. They are thistles, aren't they?
Yeah.
Spectacular. And tomatoes here, aren't they?
Yeah. These are black currants as well here.
a bee. Well, I'll take some more pictures and video hopefully inside the house, but that's it for this one. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.